yourself.
What's going on with all my billionaires out there? This the guy Hoods Billionaire. Welcome to Hoods Billionaire TV. Big favor, big abundance. On today's episode, we gonna be talking about Biggie's mama Voletta Wallace saying that Diddy made her sick to her stomach. She want to slap the living daylights out of him. Let's talk about it. So, Biggie's mom reacted to the video that surfaced with him and Cassie and all of the different allegations, and she went ahead and spoke on it to Rolling Stone, where she stated that I'm sick to my stomach, Wallace says, about the multiple allegations of violence and sexual abuse against Combs. I'm praying for Cassie. I'm praying for his mother. I don't want to believe the things that I've heard, but I've seen the hotel video. I pray that he apologizes to her. I hope that I see Sean one day, and the only thing I want to do is slap the daylights out of him. And you can quote me on that, she asked, because I liked him. I didn't want to believe all the awful things, but I'm sure ashamed and embarrassed. So you can tell that even Miss Voletta is not playing that. And by the way, Miss Voletta Wallace has such a beautiful spirit. Like, her spirit is just very beautiful. If you ever heard her talk in interviews, you can just feel the just love beaming off of that woman. So Biggie definitely had a very loving mother who raised him right, with that thick Jamaican accent. Just a wonderful lady. But of course she was appalled by that, you know what I mean? Just especially how she is seeing Diddy, somebody who she has a relationship with, who she said I'd like to think of him as a good guy. I don't want to think of him as nothing other than a good person. But when I seen that, yeah, it made me want to slap him. Like, you don't treat no woman like that. And that's how Biggie mama feel. And I think that's how a lot of people feel. Like, some of it is probably disappointment, right? People just disappointed in Diddy. Like, wow, bro, you down here doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I think some of it is like a lot of people, it's outrage. It's like, bro, how dare this guy? You know what I mean? How dare this guy feel like he can treat women that way? So I feel like it's a mixture of both. But if Miss Voletta speaking on it, and she feel like she feel like she'll put hands on Diddy, that should tell you a lot about his behavior. If that's probably one of the sweetest ladies that we know, you know what I mean, that we know of, rappers, moms, or whatever, that lady is super sweet. If she feel like she need to put hands on Diddy, then he did too much. So they putting all the evidence together. They bringing in witnesses. They bringing in the 8 different people from these civil suits. It's no telling what's on these tapes that they got. It's just no telling. We don't know. But they contacting people, and they letting it be known, like, hey, bringing them in to corroborate these stories and see what's going on. So it's not looking good. We don't know what can happen. Diddy got a lot of money, y'all. That's the part that people don't forget. Even if they freeze him out and they do everything they can to box him in, he still got a lot of paper, right? He liquidating a lot of stuff. He liquidated a lot of stuff. He gonna have a lot of liquid capital available. So he gonna be able to maneuver. You know what I mean? He gonna be able to maneuver. Like he said, he already sold off his shares of Revolt, right? He let that go, liquidated that. I believe he probably gonna be liquidating some real estate also as well. Pretty much all of his companies, he already let them go. So he gonna be cash heavy. So it's gonna be hard to, even for the feds, you know what I'm saying? Even for the feds, it's gonna be hard to take down a guy with a lot of money on like S trafficking. So if they ever bring a indictment on him, and they have to, there's no way they can't bring an indictment after the federal government perform raids and you know what I'm saying, on all of this man's properties. No way they can't bring an indictment. That'll be somebody's job, like, easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be somebody's job. So they would have to indict him. And so I'm sure he knows that's imminent. Him knowing that that's imminent, he got the money, he got the lawyers, he got everything ready to fight the battle. The feds playing chess. They want to hurt his character. They want to hurt how he looks in the court of public opinion, right? They want to make sure nobody positions themselves next to him so they don't stand next to him. This is how the feds play, man. They play dirty. This ain't no by the book. Nah, they gonna play the game how they supposed to play the game. You see what I'm saying? Hey, now nobody standing with him. Nobody being one. Oh no, Diddy, you doing that? I can't stand by that. I can't rock with that. And people can't rock with that. Now, that don't make him guilty of all the other stuff. We got to see the evidence on that. If the evidence come out he was doing that other stuff, then he cooked. The feds ain't just finna just let him make it. You know what I'm saying? If he did any of the other stuff and they can prove it and they got the evidence that can corroborate it and show it, then Diddy probably cooked. I'm just gonna keep it real. But like I said, it's still gonna be hard because he got a lot of money. Like when you got a lot of money and a lot of resources, it's just hard to bring a guy down. You know what I mean? But one thing about it is a lot of people leaving this corner. Now we don't know who's still rocking with him behind closed doors. I'm sure you can't be that powerful and not still have some people that's rocking with you behind closed doors. They might not can't be seen with you. They might not can't just, rock with you, but they can, holler at you every now and then. Maybe if they send a lawyer your way, like Jay or somebody like that. I don't know. I know Jay and Puff, always somewhat been cool. So, if Jay sent him a lawyer or something like that, or, something like that, but he can't stand next to him right now, especially with a wife and kids, you know what I'm saying? And he got a daughter. So, he can't do that. He can't stand next to him like that. They pretty much did a good job of keeping everybody away from wanting to be by him. Even Biggie mama, you know what I'm saying? Even Miss Wallace. You know what I'm saying? If Miss Wallace speaking out negative against you, like they doing everything that they supposed to do. To even the people that you would feel like, nah, they would not stand by him. They can't even stand by him. They can't even rock with him. And I don't even think if it was any type of agenda or anything, Miss Wallace would even care. She just don't like that type of character. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't no telling, man. You should have been more like Jay. Remember Jay and Beyonce in the elevator? In Solange, when she started punching on him, Jay didn't even throw a punch. He didn't even swing back. He didn't do nothing. He just like, bro, watch out. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even a big deal. That's how you compose yourself as a man. You know what I'm saying? And then if you got to talk to her about, hey, man, just make sure you keep your hands to yourself. But that's how you compose yourself. You don't chase nobody down the hallway and stomp them out in the towel in the hotel. But it is what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. This the guy who's being there. Big favor, big abundance. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. This the guy who's being there. Big favor, big abundance. I'm gone.